Hello people, how are you doing? I'm back again to talk about the Euros 2016. It's been one of those months I've been looking forward to because that means more football and more international competition. I have a good feeling that England are going to do well in this competition because we've had a good record of winning 10 out of 10 in the qualifying stages. And even though we probably didn't play our best in the friendlies, we still managed to scrap a win, especially against Portugal. So I'm seeing there's more positives than negatives in the England game. Well, in the England side. And this time it's going to be in France. And in some ways, I think France do have a good outside chance of winning the competition because they have the home field advantage. And I think when they play Romania, I'm anticipating that they're going to win 2-0. They have a good side. I think some of the nations in this competition, they have good sides and good players, but it's whether they can gel well as a team. I know some pundits are saying Belgium have a good chance of winning because they got some pretty darn good players, but by what I've seen, every time Belgium sort of play in competitions like the World Cup, they didn't handle the occasion very well. So I can't really see them winning the Europe's championship this season, this year. Because I just can't see it, because they may have a good squad, a good gel players, but will they work well enough as a team and cope with the pressure of the media and all the world watching them? And I just don't see them winning it. I think the favourites, I think France and Germany are the favourites. Because Germany are like a well-honed team. And they've got good young players coming through, and more or less the same side that won in the World Cup in 2014. So I would have thought they would have a good chance of winning the competition. And of course France, they have a home field advantage. But England, in some ways I feel like England have the best attacking style of play because we look very positive and dangerous going forward. Although I think that diamond formation against Portugal was a little bit negative. So, depending how Roy plays it, I think we can either do extremely well or underperform really, because I think England pressure is whether they can cope. Because with the whole media and attention of media really, I think that's probably one of the reasons why we don't do well in competitions. But I'm feeling positive for England. I think we'll at least reach the group stages. I think the dark horses will be Northern Ireland and Wales. And Iceland as well. I think those three will definitely be well. If Leicester taught us anything, is that camaraderie is brilliant. So, and the players in Northern Ireland, they get on really well with each other, and there's like a good atmosphere about them, and they're playing with no pressure, and they're a very small nation. So I think they will do extremely well in the European Championships. It's a very unpredictable season, and you never know what's going to happen. But I want to say that England would win it, because that's just a fantasy on my part. But I think, hand on heart, I think it will be between France and Germany. Maybe England have an outside chance, along with Northern Ireland, Wales, and Republic of Ireland as well. Now, who to watch out for? I think Thomas Muller is the one to watch out for, because he's like a brilliant German striker. You know, he's always looks smooth and comfortable when he plays for both club and country. I think Dele is good to watch out for Dele Alli, because I think he's really come of age. But I said this many times because I think it's true. The only quirk that Dele Alli has in his game is that he allows players to wind him up. So my concern is that the players of the opposition team are going to target him. And it might be a bad premonition on my part, but I can just see it right now. England go to the knockout stages, the qualifying stages, your qualifying semi-finals, but I can just see it. I can just see Dele Alli getting sent off. It's really bad, but because a lot of players are aware of his, should we say, quirk of having that fiery temper to his game, people like to wind him up, and because he reacts to him. So he really does need to be mindful of that, because it can potentially cost us. But other than that, he's definitely one of England's best players in this tournament, and he's definitely the one to watch out for, fiery temper or not. Of course, you got Paul Pogba. He's like a French sensation. N'Golo Kante, he had a very good season for Leicester, one of the outstanding signings of the season, because no one really heard of him until he went to Leicester. So I think he could be a very, very good player for France this tournament. I can see him being one of the shining players, along with Dimitri Payet. I think Robert Lewandowski from Poland, he's a very good striker. I remember he's scoring 5 goals in one game in the Champions League at some point last season. I can't remember when. It might have been the season before that. Maybe I just dreamt it. But regardless, he's a very good player for Poland and for Bayern Munich. And I think he could be an important asset to Poland. Of course, Johan Gudmundsson. I think it's worth looking out for him because, well, I'm a Charlton supporter and he plays for Charlton, and I'm very familiar with Gudmundsson, and I think he's definitely a key player for Iceland. He's very smooth on the ball. He attacks players. He's very positive going forwards. So I think he could be a very good player for Iceland. And under the radar as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of managers would be knocking on Charlton's door to sign him up. And of course, you got your other players like Andres Iniesta, Anthony Martial Martial from France, Iniesta from Spain, and you got your world-class players like Gareth Bale from Wales and Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal. Yes, Portugal. I nearly said Brazil. It's hard to say. I don't want to say who's going to be the standout player, who's going to be the top goal scorer, because really, you never know what's going to happen. Would anyone really predict that Leicester would finish in the top 10 of the Premier League, let alone being the champions this season? I know I wouldn't. I would say, though, if Jamie Vardy was playing, if Jamie Vardy does play regularly, because you never know who's going to be. I don't really know who's going to be in the main England squad, because it's like, where does Rooney play? Does he play at all? Or does he... Well, he will play, but is whether he'll be in the starting lineup. Because to me, I think our two strikers are Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy. I don't think we necessarily need to shoe in Wayne Rooney. He's an important player for us, but I don't think we need to shoe him in. Or is it shoehorn? Shoehorn him into our squad. Because he's a valuable asset whether he plays or not. Whether he starts or not, is what I meant to say. Harry Kane's worth to watch out for as well. Because he's got that deadly right foot of his. Top goal scorer? I think it'll be between Gareth Bale and Ronaldo. Well, that's it. I think before I go, I'd just like to say that I hope you all enjoy the European Championships, as I know I would be. And I've uploaded a picture recently of showing of my character and a typified version of me of supporting the England team for tomorrow when we play Russia. If you fancy to have a look, just click on the description below. And if you want to hear me more and my views, just click the subscribe button. Or just write me up on YouTube and you can find me there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.